Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into something genuinely game-changing in the world of artificial intelligence. Our sources, well, they've flagged a major new collaboration, one that looks set to redefine how people learn AI skills, and maybe more importantly, how they prove they can actually use them.
That's right.
We're talking about a strategic link-up between two real heavyweights. EON Reality, they're leaders in using XR, virtual and augmented reality, for knowledge transfer, and OpenAI.
The AI giant.
Exactly, the force behind so much of the generative AI we see everywhere now. So the big question for us today is, how is this partnership creating what our sources are calling the world's first complete AI knowledge-to-application pipeline?
That's really the core of it. Our mission here is to unpack exactly that, how this collaboration tackles a critical, honestly long-standing gap in AI education. It's moving beyond just understanding concepts. It's about providing verifiable, real job-ready skills, turning theory into actual practical competence. We need to look at how it works and, crucially, why it matters so much for you, the learner, and for employers trying to find real AI talent.
Okay, let's put that into perspective for everyone listening. Have you ever found yourself wondering if someone really understands something or if they're just, really good at talking about it? Reminds me of that old saying, knowing how to talk the talk versus walking the walk. This isn't just theory anymore. It's a massive practical problem in AI. There's this growing gap, almost a canyon, between having access to AI knowledge, which, let's face it, is everywhere, and being able to genuinely apply it effectively.
It is the classic theory versus practice issue, yeah. But AI itself has just amplified it incredibly. Lots of AI platforms, OpenAI is included, are fantastic at delivering information, helping you grasp ideas, even generating really complex answers, but verifying that learners can take that knowledge and solve actual real-world problems. That's been the fundamental roadblock. And here's the real kicker.
What's that?
Those traditional text-based tests we used to rely on, they're becoming increasingly easy for AI to beat. And AI can just write the perfect answers. So it makes it incredibly hard to prove authentic human capability. How do you know if the person learned it, or if they just got an AI to pass the test for them?
That's a really sharp point. And it leads us straight into how this partnership, this pipeline, is trying to fix exactly that. Our sources call it a seamless knowledge-to-application pipeline. Sounds impressive, but what does that journey actually look like for, say, someone learning AI?
It really is designed to be transformative. You can think of the journey in two distinct phases, but they're tightly integrated. Phase one is about building that solid knowledge foundation. This happens mainly on the OpenAI platform. The focus there is pure theory, understanding the concepts, getting that base knowledge.
Okay, the fundamentals.
Exactly. Then learners transition pretty seamlessly, apparently, into phase two. That's all about practical application, and this is where EON Reality steps in. Here, the focus shifts entirely to immersive skill demonstration, proving you can do it. The whole idea is this dual pathway certification.
Dual pathway.
Yeah, aiming to give you dual validated credentials. So you get recognized for the theoretical knowledge from OpenAI and for the proven practical application within EON's immersive setups. It's like getting validated from both ends.
That makes a lot of sense, especially with what you said about text tests being vulnerable. But walk us through that practical bit more. How does the verification actually work in EON Reality? What's it like for the learner?
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting and where EON's immersive skill verification comes into play. This is where the doing happens. So imagine instead of just writing an essay about troubleshooting an AI system, you're actually in a virtual factory.
Okay.
And you need to diagnose a problem with an AI-controlled robot arm right there in the simulation. Learners use these realistic XR simulations. They interact with AI avatars. Maybe a virtual supervisor pops up asking for a solution on the spot, totally unscripted.
Wow.
And they tackle performance-based tasks in these 3D environments. So you might have to execute a complex procedure, solve a problem with an AI agent that wasn't in the script, or handle tricky spatial reasoning tasks, moving virtual objects, understanding 3D space. Our sources are pretty clear on this. These are things no text-based AI can complete.
Because it requires actual interaction and spatial understanding?
Precisely. That's what they're calling AI-resistant assessment. It's basically cheat-proof validation of real human skill because you have to actually perform the task, not just describe it. It's like building muscle memory, but for complex AI skills.
Okay, that sounds genuinely different.
Yeah.
So the big question then is, how do these two giants, OpenAI and EON Reality, actually weave their tech together?
Yeah.
It feels like it has to be more than just passing the baton, right?
Oh, definitely. It's much deeper than a simple handoff. It's a strategic integration. Think of EON Reality as the skills validation gateway.
Gateway.
Yeah, and the implementation and validation layer for all that knowledge coming from OpenAI. And what's really interesting here is that EON isn't exactly new to this game. Sources point out their existing multi-AI technology leadership. Their platform is already a hub integrating, get this, 39 different AI technologies.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, including models from OpenAI already, but also Google Gemini, and specialized AIs for things like 3D content creation and spatial intelligence. This existing complex ecosystem makes them kind of uniquely ready to take OpenAI's theoretical knowledge and turn it into something you can test and verify immersively.
So they were already building the infrastructure needed for this kind of validation layer.
You could say that. It's like they've built the perfect receiver for this specific kind of signal from OpenAI.
Okay, so it leverages EON's existing strengths. And our sources throughout this phrase that this makes 1 + 1 + 10. How does that synergy actually manifest? How do they make each other better?
Well, the synergy is pretty clever, actually. It's about combining their core strengths. EON has this spatial IQ technology, basically. Their AI's ability to understand and interact within a 3D space, giving it environmental awareness.
Right, understanding the virtual world.
Exactly. That gets significantly boosted by OpenAI's advanced reasoning and natural language processing. Put them together, and you can create these incredibly sophisticated, context-aware AI mentors inside the 3D learning environments.
AI mentor, so like a virtual tutor in the simulation.
Precisely. Imagine you're in that virtual lab. You ask your AI mentor a question. It doesn't just understand your words. It can see what you're doing in the 3D space, spot your mistake in real time, and give you specific contextual feedback right there. So this directly helps with OpenAI's limitations in spatial understanding, while at the same time, OpenAI's tech makes EON's conversational AI mentors much smarter and more responsive. It's a two-way street, making the whole learning process way more effective.
That is a powerful combination. Okay, let's shift focus back to you, the learner. What does all this tech actually mean for someone trying to truly get ahead in AI, boost their career? What are the real tangible benefits?
For you, the learner, the benefits look pretty substantial, potentially career-defining. First off, this isn't just about getting another certificate. It's designed to open doors. Sources talk about a direct link, like a dynamic micro-internship marketplace built right in. Your provable practical skills basically put you at the front of the line for good jobs. It's about premium job placement.
Cutting through the noise.
Exactly. Second, you're looking at gold standard credentials. Think about it. A certification that doesn't just say you learned about AI, but proves you can apply it, validated by both OpenAI for knowledge and EON for practice. That hybrid AI certification validation that's positioned as the top tier for AI competency.
Makes sense.
And finally, there's enhanced learning effectiveness. EON has data showing their immersive methods lead to learning that's like 4 times faster with 75% better retention than traditional approaches. So you learn faster and it actually sticks.
Faster learning, better retention, better jobs. Those are compelling. But what about the employers? What's the draw for them? Why should they be excited about hiring people from this pipeline?
Yes. The enhanced employer value proposition is very clear. The number one benefit for them is risk reduction. Those dual validated credentials, they take a lot of the guesswork out of hiring. You're not just relying on a resume. You have this audit trail, this proof of practical skills. I was talking to a CTO just last week, actually.
Wow.
And their biggest headache was exactly this. Resumes full of buzzwords, but then discovering the hands-on skills just aren't there. This pipeline aims to fix that directly.
So more confidence in who you're hiring.
Absolutely. Which leads directly to faster productivity. If a new hire can already demonstrate complex skills in a simulation, they hit the ground running. Less internal training needed, faster contribution to projects.
Saves time and money.
Exactly. And that ties into the final point, optimizing their return on investment. Lower training costs plus better performance equals, well, what our sources are calling the most reliable talent pipeline in the AI education market.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit then. What's the bigger picture here? How does this kind of deep integration change the whole competitive landscape for AI education? It feels like it's carving out a really unique niche.
It absolutely is. This integration really shakes up the market positioning. It essentially establishes EON Reality as the go-to practical validation layer for AI knowledge. Our sources emphasize this creates sustainable competitive advantages. Why? Because it's a unique mix of deep technical complexity, the combined brand power of EON and OpenAI, and capabilities that are just really hard for others to copy quickly.
It's hard to replicate.
Very hard. Although you do wonder, right? Could a Google or a Microsoft eventually build something similar? Or is this first mover advantage truly defendable long term? That remains to be seen, but for now it looks like a significant lead. The sources frame it as a paradigm shift from competitive positioning to collaborative advantage. They're also focusing strategically on things like enterprise partnership positioning, serving OpenAI's big clients, and compliance advantage amplification, which is huge for regulated industries needing documented proof of skills.
That makes a strong case for its unique position.
Mm.
Okay, so with all this potential, all these features, when can people actually access this? When can listeners start using this new pipeline?
Well, the rollout has already started. It's currently launching through pilot programs. These are with select enterprise partners and some educational institutions. So some people are using it right now.
Okay, so it's happening.
It is. For full platform availability, the plan seems to be a phased rollout targeting Q2 2026 for wider access. This would likely start with existing EON and customers and then open up to individual learners, probably through their EON Virtual Campus platform. So wider access is definitely on the horizon.
Right, so coming soon. We've certainly covered a lot of ground today. What really stands out from this deep dive is how this EON Reality and OpenAI integration isn't just another learning platform. It's creating a pathway that directly tackles that critical gap. We talked about the gap between knowing AI concepts and actually provably applying them. It's moving beyond just learning to proving what you can do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it really leaves us with a significant question to think about for you listening. In a world that's getting more and more saturated with AI-generated content, deepfakes, AI helping write everything, how vital will it become to have not just the knowledge, but these provable AI-resistant practical skills? Skills that show you can do it, not just prompt an AI to do it. What does this really mean for the future of validating human competence itself? It feels like a fundamental shift in how we need to think about skills, knowledge, and proof in this new age.